very good morning, the 6th day of the 6th month of 2020. This is my introduction for my Sunday review on the 7th of June. Tomorrow. Welcome to a wild and windy Blackpool, looking down onto the Irish Sea. First things first, thank you to everybody who watches these videos. I want to thank you again very much, and this is really meant. To continue this introduction, I will change the scene and take you to Topping Street a quarter of an hour ago at 10 AM this Saturday morning. This is Topping Street, the road that was showed on yesterday's video on the Friday. And you can see now this road, all the base layer has been completed. Look at what's happened early this morning, and the wind is still going. All those barriers all knocked down. That is how strong the wind is here this morning on this Saturday. The weather controls everything. I have already ventured onto the promenade and there's nobody about. And as you can see here, nobody about. And even the roads leading up from the promenade, nobody about this morning. A look back at all the barriers that have been blown over. We return to the seafront to complete my introduction. Now this week's video will show all our usual venues, invites to some premises, two young ladies on roller skates on the comedy carpet, and also a special Scottish Saturday to correct my error on part 183 about the coaches that operate out of Glasgow, Scotland. As usual, I thank everybody again for watching these videos, and I have enjoyed this week's work very, very much. So I'm going to let the video start now. Bye bye. It is Thursday this morning, and a very good morning to you all as well. We have lost the sunny weather. It is back now for myself to do things where I can, when I can. Today we have two invites, so I think we will proceed now to the first one, and I really hope you enjoy these. You may find them both very interesting.
We are now at our first visiting actual business. There's the post office, the old post office of Blackpool, and if I turn around to my right, we see this very, very nice new impressive sign, Emily Jane's Cafe and the Bistro. We have an invite here, and I think you'll find, yes, our tour guide is actually outside now. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning.
Now, if you'd like to take us inside for a tour, please, because it's windy out here, and no doubt the microphone will not like that.
So, welcome to Emily Jane's Cafe and Bistro. You'll find us on 25 to 29 Abingdon Street, Blackpool. So, we are opening on Friday the 5th of June, which is tomorrow, or if you're watching this on Sunday, the Friday just gone. This side here where you are seeing now is the cafe, and this is going to be open throughout the day, daily from 7 AM. And we have teamed up with a local business called Secret Scentology, who offer a supply of wax melts, candles and bath salts and other health and beauty products. Then, as you can see, we are just doing our final preparations now in our kitchen area. And in here we have started laying out now the bistro area, which is going to be open in an evening. So, if you haven't heard of Emily Jane's Cafe and Bistro before, we're going to be supplying sandwiches, hot meals, breakfast, lunches and also afternoon teas. We are going to be doing packed lunches for £5. This can be taken out if you are on a break from work or going to the beach for the day. And this includes a sandwich, crisp, cake, a bottle of water or a carton of juice too.
Aaron, thank you awfully very much for this.
You're welcome.
And myself, and I'm sure everybody else, wishes yourself and your family all the very best with this.
Thank you.
Our next invite is just a few paces down Abingdon Street. There's Abingdon Street Market, and we've just come from up there. I'm going to slowly turn around and we will find ourselves at the old shop of Greenwood's, the old tailors. Now then, Adam Mosley, this joiner, is undertaking an extension here for the actual West Coast Rock Cafe, which is next door. Yes, exactly next door is the West Coast Rock Cafe and the Greenwood's old store. A little bit of interest here. I mentioned this a couple of videos ago. The owner of these two properties is actually an ex-mayor of Blackpool. Now, as said, we have an invite from Adam to go and have a look at the progress of this extension.
Just a point of interest, I now take down one of those security helmets. I'm just going to put that on. Now, as you can see, we are inside now this very interesting premises, these very interesting premises. Now, there's the actual bar there, which is taking shape. But what I would like to show you, now this work, interestingly enough, only took place a matter of hours ago. And as you can see, it's an entrance. And this entrance leads right up to where I showed you at the front, to the West Coast Rock Cafe. So there's now a restaurant upstairs, and in the very near future, you will have one downstairs as well at pavement level. Just quickly show you the very, very nice ceiling and lighting. And I must show you this. This bar, this is going to be really great. Right, I'd like to thank Adam and everybody else for their kindness and the use of the helmet to enable myself to video this. And we now progress to our next venue, which I think will be on the promenade.
Well, I can tell you, I was very pleased with that. I thought it was going to pour with rain. That was taken about 10:30 this morning, and I honestly thought it was going to pour with rain. But as you can see, it's now about 12 o'clock, and it's trying to brighten up. If I may just explain, I have quite a lot of work to do still with the camcorder today. However, I need to save that for another day. So, with this view of this very, very well known angler along this promenade of Blackpool, this completes my video for Thursday. This kind angler has appeared many times on people's videos for YouTube. I would like to thank him, as this is a very good clip to end the day's video. Very good morning to you. It is Friday now, the 5th of June. It is a dry morning, however, it's very, very windy, as you can see. It is visiting day today. We will go round all the building sites and all the roadworks, etc. Please note, there is nothing going on at Wilco's or the Easy Hotel. Our visits today starts in Topping Street. I was very, very surprised to see the views that I did. No doubt you will all remember from last week that this area of Topping Street, the road was completely all turned up. All churned up, you could see all the drains and everything. And now we can all see that half of the road has been completely laid now, and the other half, I can assure you, will be finished today. We are just passing that nice little parade of shops across the road now. And we've nearly caught up now with that roller. He is just trying to get out of the way at the moment because there's a very big lorry waiting to get in here. And here it is now. This will enable the gang now to complete the second half part of this road. We will see it safely in and then proceed to our next venue. Across the road is St John's Church in St John's Square. So that must mean we are now at Blackpool's Conference Centre and Hotel. And this looks so very appealing today. It always does, but can you see the reflection of the clouds in the windows there? We'll try to show you something at ground level. And then we will make our way further along this build. have reached that area now where there is an opening, and a security officer has told me it is okay if I take a quick video from here. So please enjoy this view. The build is coming along leap and bounds. Our third and final viewing area towards the build of this great conference centre and hotel. And this will complete our visit here today. The impressive build of the Premier Inn. Now, I will just quickly mention that we are now rapidly approaching the area of the promenade, and the wind now is very noticeable here, so the pictures may appear a little bit shaky. The complete view of this build here of the Premier Inn at the rear. A blue skip right next door to this blue hoist that has done ever so well. It's really worked ever so well all through this build of the Premier Inn. And proudly sitting next door is this generator that works the hoist. And a side view showing all the sockets. Like the hoist, this generator has worked ever so well here. We move just a few paces to our left for a view of the side elevation. That leads us to the impressive view of the front of this build. I read and I am told that it is hoped this Premier Inn to be fully operational in the first week of the last month of this year 2020. We thank this build for a very interesting visit today, and now move on. The Sands Venue Resort Hotel, a complete full tour of the building. Two things I need to tell you. Firstly, it is very windy, and secondly, there is rapid progress here. Please enjoy this video. The Sands Venue Resort Hotel. Just need to cross the road here. We have arrived at our usual viewing angle. However, we do not have this now due to this wonderful extension. You see a forklift driver at work here. Now those crates held all the glass safely that has been arriving during the course of this week. The key word here this week at this build is glass. All fitted here at this restaurant and actual bar. Just move to the side now, ready for our usual walk. Now in front now, that's the restaurant and bar with all the glass fitted. And here is our usual walk along the first side of this build, which is closest to the amusement arcade. And again, please notice all the fitting of the glass. The facade of this first side, it's nearly there. The glaziers have been very busy here this week. area of the first side meeting the actual rear of this build. From across the road, we can see a view of the main entrance to this venue. Just a few paces to my right, and I can show you a complete view of the rear. Doesn't it look impressive and nice? Even the sunshine helping to show it off as well. Bright sunshine here. Marvellous reflections of the cloud and sky crashing onto the glass. The second side of this build. Now I have a very, very strong wind with me, so the pictures will probably look very, very shaky. Like the first side, this is so very, very impressive. You can probably sense how strong the wind is here. I've just got to take refuge against this lorry as there's an actual bus just about to come up the road here. There we are, we'll let the bus pass and take a few further views in. Now, with this view of this forklift driver loading yet more crates onto the lorry, we thank the site of the Sands Venue Resort Hotel today for this visit, and now we move on.
Just down there is the North Pier and the Promenade. We are now in Queen Street, so that must mean that we are going to visit Sherlock's. One day will be the new gay bar of Blackpool. Now, our last visit told us that the front here was awaiting a new lovely bay window. Well, I can show you now that that window has arrived and it is now in place. A cracking job. A very, very impressive front lovely bay window with the new doors either side of it. There we are, an impressive front of Sherlock's. Now we have an invite to go inside, so I'm just going to close the camcorder down and I will see you again inside. We are inside now on the ground floor. I have my necessary hard hat on, which is kept very close to the door, and I can very quickly show you the wonderful effort with this property. Now what's happened is they've had to put in, there's a cellar here, you see, there's a cellar here, and they've had to put in all new joists. And what's happening is they're having trouble in obtaining the materials, and it's holding them up a bit. Just show you above that level. it's going to go right up to, I think it's 4 or 5 floors. Carl has just told me that they're still very, very pleased with it, but they never expected to carry out all this work. The property was in need of a great deal of attention. All the new joists, as I've already said. So that's our visit to Sherlock's.
A quick explanation. I made an error on last Sunday's part 183. Information on something that I received proved to be incorrect. This is to correct my error. It is for all the people in Scotland and also Blackpool Brakes and Brakes to Go. Manchester Square tram stop, one going north and one going south. We will be visiting 3 hotels right on the promenade, as you can see, and the first one is this one. Now I'm bound to mispronounce this, Cragidon. Yes, I'm certain to mispronounce this, but this is the best I can do. This superb 60 ensuite roomed hotel is family run. Nightly cabaret, a TV lounge, flat screens in all rooms, and their own resident chef. There are so many other key features here in this hotel, far too many for myself to mention in the time that I have. One cracking hotel right on the promenade as well. And if you like it, Blackpool Brakes and Brakes to Go will bring you here all the way from Scotland. Pretty in blue, the LYNDENE Hotel. A total of 140 rooms here, all en suite. 3 lifts to all floors here. 2 very spacious lounge bars. And also, of course, there is free Wi-Fi. If you require special food, no problems at all, just simply let them know. These are just a few of all the key features available in this wonderful, wonderful blue hotel of the LYNDENE. If you like this one, Blackpool Brakes and Brakes to Go will bring you all the way from Scotland right to the front door of this hotel. The third and final visit to a hotel finds us at St. Chad's. Now, that is directly next door to where we have just left the LYNDENE. So this is the St. Chad's Hotel. 80 rooms here, all en suite. And there are lifts to all the floors. Nightly cabaret. All rooms have their own flat screen TVs. And also there's a lovely sun lounge. And these are only a few of all the key features in this hotel. Should you like this one, Blackpool Brakes and Brakes to Go will bring you all the way from Scotland right down to this very, very nice St. Chad's Hotel right on the promenade of Blackpool.